Welcome to GetRoaring. I'm Rory. This is franchise mode with the Hamilton Ogres, your Stanley Cup champion Hamilton Ogres to be specific. And in this one, we're going to be doing the NHL draft. Now, let's take a look at our trading block real quick and then see if we need to adjust it at all. I don't think we do that. Ours is up for grabs, so we'll include that one. Don't want to include the 2020 first. Surplus is fine. Wants, I'm always willing to talk about draft picks, that's never a problem, especially futures. Let's move the age down to about 28. This is gonna go. We're gonna be asking for a top four defenseman. I want them to have their stats up a little bit. I don't want either. So let's go forward with that. I don't think we have any pending UFAs, but I'll throw that up here as well, just cause, I mean, if somebody is going to offer something, then sure. Okay. Is there any players we want to throw on the block? Let's check it out. Probably not. I mean, we can just throw some kind of guys that are... I look at rookie skaters too and see who's kind of aging out. Like, to me, I mean, it's not totally there, but anybody who's kind of closing in on 24 and still not anything really, let's just put them on. If somebody wants them, they want them. Right, start draft. Before we do that, well, we got time, so... Let's go to the NHL entry draft, and we'll view the draft board. So Buffalo's on the board, or they're at the podium, or making their way up there. They're probably going to get a franchise player to start with, so you know. But let's look at our draft board and our watch list. We have Barron at 28, and then we have a few players at between 44 and 52, and I'd be interested to move one of those two and move down. So it might have to be the 31st pick, but that's fine. So we'll see what happens. We'll get to 28 and see what's available. Probably pick Barron and then go ahead from there. So let's sim to our pick. See what happened at the start of the draft. Whoa, whoa, what happened? Lafreniere went 6th to Ottawa. Capitals went way off the board. That is some weird picking right there. I mean, the franchise went first, that was expected. But Lafreniere and Byfield dropped to like 5 and 6. That's crazy. Alright, so we're up. Let's take a look at what's available. So we can take... I think we take Barron. Be hard not to. But I think we might end up dealing our... 31st. So let's pick up Barron, and with this selection, our first draft pick selection for the franchise. Now, let's see. We're looking around 44, 45. So we want somewhere around the 9th pick in the second round. See if it's available. It's Buffalo's pick. Oh, that's interesting. San Jose holds those two. That's pretty tight though. That'd be the 44th and 45th. It'd be a lot easier to get those in one trade though. So let's take a look at the draft board. Yeah, that's like right on there for those two players. So that's appealing to try and get a deal done with San Jose, but then we might lose the picks. So we'd be going like trading down for nothing, essentially. Well, not nothing, but it'd be real tight. But it'd be easier than making two trades. 'Cause I don't see anybody that has two picks other than LA up here, and they're not gonna do much for like our last first rounder. So I hesitate to do so, but let's see if we can trade for these two picks. This will be interesting. It's right on the spot, so will my first rounder do it? I doubt it. Yeah. They want to get rid of it and they don't really want my pick. So, you know what? Let's see what they would want for it. Usually it's like the world, but I don't always do this to like actually make the trade that they offer me, but I do this to get an idea of what they're gonna ask for the, but like what they're looking for, the level, right? So tell me what you guys want. No trades found, given my block. Let's ask for anything. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Oh no. Wow. That's about the closest, actually. I could deal with that. The question is, instead of Athanasiou, could we drop that first rounder in there? Let's see if they like that enough. Let's drop that first in there. See if we can trade down. Oh, we lost it. Okay. See, now the problem is things might have changed a little, because the things happen, and hopefully they give me the same-ish deal. Gotta add assets. Oh, I know what was going on. I think it was. So let's offer trade and go to San Jose. So for our first, and they wanted these two? Okay. I guess it was mainly Athanasiou, but they didn't want that, so let's just sweeten the pot just a bit. Let's give them a draft pick from next year. They're interested in that. Throw in a fourth from next year, see if that works. Because the value is very similar, it's just we're not giving up on Athanasiou. Oh, okay. Let's try and let's offer you our third, but I want a late round pick for this year. Let's see if you'll give me a fifth. Nope. Okay. But one of those sevenths. There we go. Okay, good. So we gave up what we wanted to give up, but we didn't, you know, cough up promising young forward. So let's sim to pick 44 and see if we can get the guy that we're looking for. Might be able to. Are they both still available? They are. That worked out. That doesn't always happen, but so we get two players that we were looking for a couple picks, one downgraded, one upgraded, and a couple players that, I mean, I wasn't really attached to. And we got a seventh back in that. So the next one on the board that was kind of interesting is Tucker Tynan. Now we may not need to, because I mean Tynan, what's his ceiling? So he could be real good. So 52, we're at 46, so probably Calgary's pick. Let's see what Calgary would want to do, just for curiosity's sake. What do you want for that? First of all, we'll try find trade, see if there's anything they want. Khrushchev, 2/4. Schnar. Schnar, Khrushchev. Who are these guys? Schnar! 6'3" center, 21 years old. It's okay-ish. Skating. It's this Schnar or Khrushchev. They're probably like right beside each other here. Khrushchev is here. 20 years old, 65, 20. What's he look like? They're both centers. 6 feet tall. I'd rather give up this guy, I think. Yeah, let's do him. Okay. And for the draft picks, I don't want to give up 2/4. Let's do one of these fifths. Fourth and a fifth for Khrushchev. Second. And throw in the obligatory seventh just in case. Let's try that. Trade accepted. Excellent. I'm happy with that. Alright. Let's fast forward to our next pick. This will be, as long as nobody's taken Tynan, you can pick up Tynan. And Mr. Tynan. There we go. There we go. So let's take a look at our draft board. The question always is like, who are we really interested in getting, right? Like, who stands out from the crowd? And those guys did. So 107 neighbors. Pretty good. It looks like there's a lot of like decent stuff. So no matter where we are, we're probably gonna get somebody. Yeah, that guy. So. Okay. Let's just keep going. I don't think I'm gonna trade up for anybody at this point, so let's just get going to the next pick. Do we want to go with Cormier? Max size 4 years. It's got quickness. 2 AD. Is there anybody in the immediate vicinity that we're kind of interested in? I like this neighbors player better. Now, do we have a pick before then, or do we want to trade down? So we want to go from 88 down to, let's say, 103. So let's see if we can deal our pick and go down to like 103 and maybe pick up another draft pick on the way. So let's look at what everybody is offering. 102 from Buffalo. 108. 93 and 145. 89 and 139. That's interesting. 2 and 118. 97 and 113. 100 and 105. Let's do 100 and 105. Let's accept that trade. Alright. So instead of making the pick, let's move down. We want to trade our 100th. Those are for next year. See, I don't remember. I think we wanted to take below 105 because I forget exactly where he was. Let's decline this one and maybe we can try again. Neighbors was at 107. Okay. You know what? Let's just pick them. And then we can deal 105 if we don't see anything. Is there anything around here? We need 121 and looks like we have picks around there. 121 and 123. What do we got in terms of picks? F4. 21. So that's the 4th round. Those might be too late. So let's see if we can bump this down to like just below that, just below 121. So let's see if we trade down. Find trade. Yeah, find trade. Looking for below 120. 106, 117 and 148, 16th and a 5th. $14 and a 5th, 123. Let's do that 114, I think it was. We can do that with Detroit, so we'll drop down. We get a 5th for next year. That's good. So let's sim to our next pick, 116. And we're gonna pick Pierce here. So we got a few players that we're looking at. Pierce. So I think actually Galiev is the priority here. And then second we'll get Volk. Still available. Looks like you probably will be. Let's take it. Now we have another pick in 2, so we'll sim to that one. But were they either? He was interesting. Like this is, you know what you get. It's a 17-year-old. Big center. Else of interest kind of in the area? It's these two. Either of them, like... Yeah, he's... We're just gonna go off board and take him. Like, that looks quite interesting. I don't mind going off the board here. Like, we could trade down all day. And, you know, you can get tons and tons and tons of picks by doing that. Eventually you just won't be able to sign everybody. So 147 is our next. Good, we're so 47. Is there anybody before 147 we really want? It was cool. Speed. Kind of interesting. See you coming in at 163. Okay. So this guy was kind of interesting, but I opted for another one. I mean, we could try and get him. It's not going to be hard to pick up this pick. The 127th. Let's see what Toronto wants for their 5th. Shouldn't be hard for a 5th. For your 5th. See what they ask for. Carrier in a 6th, 2 5ths. Yeah, I'm good. That is fine with me. Take this fellow, and we'll head over to our next pick. See what's available. He was interesting. The skating was kind of bleh. But it says elite speed and strength, and then his skating is D, so there has to be something off there. What about Mr. Sopa? Interesting stats, but there was somebody down here. Oh. This guy. 6'5", right wing. I think I have another pick. 63. have another pick. So this is the one. Let's trade down to 163. What you got, NHL? What you got? 160 for 6th and the 7th. 56. 55. Let's do the ones. Who's the 160? Washington again. 7. 3. 167th. Alright. Let's do that one. 5th and a 7th next year. I don't mind the 7ths because you can kind of take a flyer on those and just pick stuff. 157th for 171 and 2. I need my 157. Cute. I want to pick somebody. 163. So there we go. Stocking up the cupboard. I know he's rated AHL top 6 high, but you know, things can change. I like the underlying stats and so on, so. Alright, so from here on in, we're just gonna take the best on our list, basically. The highest and best. There's somebody in range, like who's this fellow? Perfect, let's do it. 193. You look like speed, 4 years, 20 years old. Let's see what's available just in all our pins that we have left. So the lower ones, 213, 204, 212, 99 is him. Let's look at the 213. Or 12. Skating is not good. Go with him. Sim to the next pick. Oh, well, hello. 4 years, 19 years old. Let's take one more look at the pins, just see if there's any, like, just in terms of, he was one of the, he was one of the big guys. 17 years old, 6'4", 17 years old. Woo! That's rude. His character, defenseman, 6'5", 5 years. Yeah, I don't know. Let's take a. Now he's a bit rude, but let's just take a try on him. Well, let's hope his skating gets better. That's all we can hope for there. Might be something, you never know. Right. Getting close to the end here. Who looks like the best skill player? Bunch of C's, couple B's. Yeah, I think we need to take Maximus here. There we go. That's it. So, got 15 players, most of which were after 100, but that's fine. I mean, I think we got some gems, so we'll see what comes of it. I find that it's like you're gonna get first and second round players that are usually pretty decent if you look hard enough. But the key here is finding gems in the late rounds, finding goaltenders here and there. Tucker Tynan, that was based on previous experience. I've seen him do well in other franchise modes, so that's based on kind of previous knowledge, but his potential is there and his skills were there, so it was worth the pick. We made some trades, we got rid of some other contracts. Nothing big though. We didn't have to, lose any big time players. I mean, if we decide to make moves in the off season, maybe that's when we do it. But for now, that's been the draft. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for watching the Stanley Cup champion Hamilton Ogres go through their draft. Next will be free agency in the off season, and then we can get started with our team next year defending our cup. So thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, click that like button. If you want to see more, click that subscribe, hit the notification bell so you know when new things come up, and have yourself a good one.